Patrick Mahomes up first, him and Todd Gurley. They're being talked about in that MVP conversation, but if we had to choose somebody outside the box, who is the dark horse MVP through week 6? Who is the dark horse MVP? Who?
I'm going to take someone that I think is just getting started. Someone who just took their big first swing.
Okay.
And it's someone that before the season I was very curious to see. I think Carson Wentz is a long shot dark horse
Talk
MVP.
about it.
That NFC East seems to be having a down year. I know the Cowboys and Redskins won last week, but Carson Wentz in 4 games this season, guys, has thrown for 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns, 1 interception, 136 consecutive passes without interception. He's thrown at least 2 touchdown passes in all of those games. I'll tell you what, the Eagles, if they get things going, they're the defending champions. He is only going to get better as he gets more comfortable in his skin. And if the Philadelphia Eagles can go on a little run here with big games coming up against the Jaguars, big games coming up against the Rams, and Carson Wentz on national TV puts on a show, we could be looking at still Carson Wentz, MVP candidate. I know Mahomes, Goff, Gurley, Breeze, Rodgers.
It's so early, man.
It's too early.
I know.
Carson Wentz is that dark horse candidate, kind of hanging in the back, and then second half of the season, let's go.
What do you got?
I'm going to go with a quarterback who isn't just getting started. It's a quarterback that's been doing it for a long time, and that's Phillip Rivers. I mean, you got to think about what he's been doing this season. This could be the most talented team he's ever played with. And, you know, I get it. He played with LT, who's a Hall of Famer. LaDainian's one of the best to ever do it. But collectively, with Eckler and Gordon and the wide receiver group, and, of course, that defense stepping up and getting Bosa back, he could go on a run like no other. And already this season, the only quarterback with 2+ pass TDs in every game, 115 passer rate, and that's second to only Drew Brees, who's lighting it up. He has 15 TD passes, tied for most through 6 weeks. And here's the thing. He's on pace for 40 TDs. His career high, 34. So if he hits the 40 mark and the Chargers start winning and that defense plays well, the spotlight will be on the Chargers. And, of course, it's going to be on the quarterback, who we love to cheer for anyway, and he could be our MVP.
I want to see something we've never seen before.
I like that one.
I like that one, too. I like both of them. Wentz's story, but crazy.
Oh, yeah,
you almost want to listen back. We have seen running backs. We've seen a million quarterbacks. We've never seen a wide receiver MVP.
Never in history?
Never seen it. Wow. We've seen a kicker. Redskins, Mark Mosley.
Mosley.
I want to see Adam Thielen. It would be the most unbelievable finish, unbelievable story. Because to do the MVP thing as a wide receiver, you're going to have to do some incredible, incredible things. And that is exactly what he's doing. When you're doing things like 100-yard games and 6 consecutive that Jerry Rice has never done, and Chris Carter, Art Monk, you name it, they've never, ever been done before. That is how you could become an MVP. I can't believe that Rice never won it. I can't believe that any of those guys did. But if you watch these games and the big plays and the big downs, like that one at Lambeau was maybe the play of the year in a game that they tied. Adam Thielen is the guy coming through. I can't even think of a more ridiculous story from his humble beginnings to MVP of the league. It's kind of like we've talked about. We'd all like to see a defensive player win MVP someday. I want to see a wide receiver win MVP, and I think he's off to the start.
You know, it's funny. Kurt Warner's obviously the story that you would look to and say this, but he was a quarterback.
Yeah, sure.
Thielen to win it as a receiver, as an undrafted guy out of Mankato would be
football life I want to see.
That's
Straight.
it.
That is what it is. I'm going to go with the defensive player. I feel like my theory here is that all the offense is going to cancel itself out in this new trend of high scoring and no interceptions and like air raid sort of style. You're not going to be able to pick up and pick apart those guys in the offense. So I'm going to go J.J. Watt here,
I love it.
who I feel like was robbed of it in his career. I think that if the Texans keep playing like they're playing, they will get the spotlight. They could end up winning the division or, getting to the playoffs somehow. And he has a league-tying 7 sacks, 4 forced fumbles. He's second with 8 tackles for loss. He's having a tremendous year that is going so far under the radar because the Texans didn't start the year playing as well as they could. Deshaun Watson gets right a little bit more, stops throwing interceptions. They win a couple more games. J.J. Watt should be the MVP.
Be incredible.
In a dark horse situation.
I'm into it.